أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على خاتم النبيين وبعد. In this video, I am going to tell you that your hands, your feet, your legs, your skin, your eyes, your ears, all will speak and will bear witness against you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Yasin, verse number 65. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون. And the translation is, this day we shall seal up their mouths, and their hands will speak to us, and their legs will bear witness to what they used to earn. Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also said about the skin and the sense of hearing and the sense of seeing in Surah Hamim Sajda. It starts at verse 19 and ends at verse 23. But I will read the translation of only verse number 19 and 28, 19 and 20. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and remember the day that the enemies of Allah will be gathered to the fire. Then they will be driven, that is, driven to the fire. Until when they reach it, their hearing, that is, ears, and their eyes, and their skins will testify against them as to what they used to do. So this is a fact. This is a truth like a bright day, that on the day of judgment, all these organs will witness against the person. There will be some stubborn people. On the day of judgment, they will be criminals, they will be bad sinners. But when they see the terrible fire, the flames of the fire just in front of them, they will not be ready to go into the fire. And then they will make many excuses to escape the punishment. So a stubborn person will say, Ya Allah, O Allah, I am not accepting the witnessing of anyone. I only accept my own words. I say that I have not committed any crime, I didn't do any sin. So can I get rid of this injustice? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, why not? You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could have taken him directly into the fire. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the witness to everything. But Allah is extremely just. Allah's justice is very pure. Therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will prove that his words are not true. Therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will stop his tongue. Allah will put seal on his mouth, and then will give the power of speech to his legs and to his hands. And then his hands will speak to Allah. Ya Allah, he used us to do such and such crime, and he used us to do such and such sin. And the legs will also testify, Ya Allah, he used us to go to such and such place and did such and such crime, committed sins. And then also the skin will speak out. His eyes and his ears will speak out. For example, a person listens to music, or for example, listens to some words about a crime. He's managing, planning a crime with someone, and his ears are hearing the words, and his eyes are seeing the things. So his eyes will witness, his ears will testify, his skin will speak, and so the person will become helpless. After that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will let his tongue speak to his own organs. So he will speak to his own organs and he will say, "Get lost. I was doing everything for your sake." So the crimes will be confirmed, his sins will be confirmed, and then he will be taken into the hellfire. So, what I mean, I am bringing these words from the Holy Quran, the translation of the verses of the Holy Quran, the final revelation which came to the final Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and as it is the final, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserved it so that nobody could make any change in it and nobody will be able to make any change in it. So I request you to read this Quran, at least try to understand it once, so that you don't regret at the time of death, oh, why didn't I try to understand the Holy Quran? Because the day of judgment is very hard and the person will be humbled. You know, a sinner will not be able to escape the punishment in any way. The only way is that we must believe in one single God, Allah. We must follow Allah's prophets, and for now the final prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we must follow his teachings. And in his teachings, one is the Holy Quran, the direct word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and second is his hadith, as he explained this Quran orally and practically. So all his sayings and his actions in accordance with the Holy Quran are his sunnah. So we must follow Quran in accordance with the final Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is the only way of escape. When we try to follow Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and we make lots of astaghfirullah and we hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive us. The day is very hard. The things start right at the time of death. The punishment starts at the time of death. Then in the grave. Then on the day of judgment, which is very hard day. And then for the unbelievers, it is forever in the hellfire. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us on the right pathway of Islam. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursaleen. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد.